Cumberland County Animal Services received hundreds of calls and emails because of very disturbing videos, several videos actually showing alleged animal abuse at a ranch in Fayetteville, including a horse being dragged.
It never ceases to amaze me how every single time I think there couldn't possibly be more horse abuse to talk about, I'm wrong. Guys, I know I've been gone for a ridiculously long time. I'm sorry. I usually don't take breaks that are that long. However, I made a post last week talking about how I had my first really bad fall in 5 years. I almost broke my back, literally, so I just was not feeling it this last week. I did not want to film any videos. I didn't want to put anything out because I just have been in so much pain. The point I'm making is I can actually sit in a chair comfortably today, which is why you're getting a video. And thankfully, a lot of my bruises are finally starting to heal and go away, so that's a plus. But if you guys want to know more about my fall and more about riding, and I also am doing a bunch of Western tack reveals and unboxing on my Patreon and Braley's rehabilitation, you guys can become a Patreon supporter or a YouTube member. I really appreciate all of you guys. You help keep the channel going, so thank you. That link is always below. But this story broke a couple weeks ago, and I haven't had the chance to talk about it. I did, however, repost the original TikTok video on my YouTube Reels, so that way it could at least get further out in the algorithm and more people could see it. So we are talking about Wits End Quarter Horses out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. Wits End Quarter Horses is a horse breeding and selling operation, kind of a horse mill. Moreover, though, the owners of Wits End Quarter Horses were selling and flipping the majority of their horses on online auction sites. So we're starting off strong. Before we get into the gist of the situation, though, I do want to say a massive thank you to this video's sponsor, which is Animal Nutrition Calculator. Animal Nutrition Calculator is the world's premier animal nutrition calculators, you guys. These calculators are here to help you understand to the fullest your animal's individual nutritional needs and requirements to better their life, health, and happiness. Animal Nutrition Calculator has so many calculators tailored to your animal's individual needs and requirements. Premium horse calculators ranging from forage calculators all the way to senior miniature horse, weanling, growing horse, and so many more. As we all know, winter is coming, and they also have a cold weather calculator to calculate your horse's individual nutritional requirements as the seasons change. Not to mention that they are also coming out with premiums for cat and dog at the moment. New premiums are being released every single day. Currently, they have the weight loss calculators, which were the most requested calculators available for dog and cat. Every single premium calculator on the website is between $3.99 and $4.99, literally cheaper than a cup of coffee. And for that low price, you guys can understand your animal's tailored nutritional requirements in a matter of seconds. Not to mention that they also have free base calculators available to understand your animal's basic nutritional needs for horse, dog, and cat. If you guys would like, you can also follow them on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube, as they are going to be doing monthly giveaways. So thank you so much again to Animal Nutrition Calculator for sponsoring this video. You guys can click that link. It's going to be the first one in the description down below. But I have been waiting oh so long to talk about these abusers, so let's get to it.
After clarifying, yes, 7 horses were removed from Wits End Quarter Horses, there are still animals on the property. Director Elaine Smith said the horses removed were at highest risk for injury. She also tried to reassure the public an equine veterinarian is checking the horses for injury and animal cruelty investigators are involved.
It was just a few weeks ago where a video was posted and went semi-viral on TikTok of Wits End Quarter Horses abusing a 3-month-old foal. They were were seen beating, dragging, and waterboarding a 3-month-old foal. I know, it's almost unbelievable. I've actually never seen somebody waterboarding a foal to the point where they're shoving water in their face and they can't breathe. I mean, you know it's crazy, you know it's wild when I've seen a tremendous amount of animal abuse and these people still brought something new to the table. To anybody who wants to defend this video, because I have seen a few people trying to defend it, including Wits End, which we'll get into in just a minute. Firstly, this is not how you halter train a foal. Secondly, this foal is incredibly young and, in my opinion, shouldn't even be halter trained at the moment. I really believe that the first 6 months of a foal's life should be spent bonding with its mom and maybe with a herd. I just really believe that it's important to let foals grow up and be horses before you actually start manhandling them because you have insecurities about not being able to train a larger horse. My horse Link was not handled by anybody until he was 7 months old, and he turned out completely fine. But irrespective of the age of starting this horse, this is just the completely wrong way to go about this, and it is animal abuse. So anybody who wants to say that they're just disciplining this horse, they are not. This is 100% animal abuse, and the animals would not have been removed from their custody if it wasn't found to be animal abuse, because there was literally a search warrant provided to animal control to seize the animals, which would not have been provided if they didn't think that it was abuse that was happening in the video. Wits End Quarter Horses, shockingly enough, was actually defending their actions in this video. They responded to multiple people before they ended up deleting their website and also deleting their Facebook and other social media accounts. Well, that is your opinion. You know nothing about horses. I love that. We're starting strong, just right out of the gate, trying to discredit the other person. I love when people speak so definitively without actually knowing the other person that they're talking to. How do you know that that person knows nothing about horses? Until you have 23 plus years of experience, then come talk to me. Very professional. People who use authoritative arguments come across as very insecure and childish to me.
Well, I know more than you because I've been doing this for XYZ years.
That doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean shit. I know people who have been in the horse world for 50 years that still can barely manage to put a saddle on properly. Also, 23 plus years of experience in what? Abusing animals? If there was any issues with the way we run or do things, something would have been done by now. You know what's so funny is literally right after this comment, their animals were seized. So karma's a bitch.
New tonight, WRAL went to an expert about an ongoing animal abuse case in Cumberland County. 7 horses were removed from a property this morning.
That happened after a video surfaced showing the alleged abuse.
Y'all need to worry about your own lives and stop worrying about ours. It's becoming a little obsessive and stalkerish at this point. They're just mad that people are calling them out. It's like when animal abusers call people who call them out snowflakes. They're not snowflakes. They're just people who care about the welfare of animals. It doesn't make them members of PETA. It doesn't make them crybaby snowflakes who want to whine about everything. No, you're just abusing an animal and you're refusing to see that or take accountability for your actions. At least I have clear camera footage of what really happened on the barn cameras, not a video of a deck, videos of toys and unkempt lawn. I love that. She's trying to take aim at her neighbors who videotaped her by saying that they have an unkempt lawn. What is of greater concern, you guys? Showing an unkempt lawn or showing someone abusing an animal? You can tell how angry they are with their neighbor. It's so funny to me. Speaking of their neighbor, though, I did see a few people who were upset about the neighbors not going out and doing anything. And let me tell you, it was actually a really good thing that the neighbors didn't do anything. You need video proof of animal abuse in order for cops and animal welfare officers to take action. Had they actually gone out and confronted these people, most likely nothing would have happened. They would have just taken the foal back inside and then abused it again on a different day when they knew their neighbor wasn't watching. So it was better for the neighbor to catch them on camera doing it and then turn them in and report it and post the video, because now the animals were actually removed. So yeah, the neighbor actually did the correct thing here. Sometimes it's better to bite your tongue because karma's a bitch. And can we go back to the barn camera thing? Dude, release the footage. Are you telling me that your barn cameras are just gonna magically show you not beating, not dragging, and not waterboarding a horse? You're telling me that your neighbor who filmed you from her deck with an unkempt lawn and toys spread out on an iPhone was capable of CGIing you beating and dragging and waterboarding your horse? What possible difference would be shown in their barn cameras? The logic here, I can't do it. They're sitting there like, oh, we weren't actually doing that, you guys. Our cameras show differently. You're gonna sit there and say that your barn cameras make you look better to the general public, then release the footage. There's a reason why they're saying that and they're not releasing the footage, because the footage probably does exist and makes them look just as bad, if not worse.
No one we reached out to has commented about the horses being removed, but someone with the company told us earlier, in part, quote, "I have no reason to speak our side of the story to you guys. We have nothing to hide, and the truth will come to light and make everyone online look like idiots."
I love how they call everybody idiots. Oh my God. It's always the pot calling the kettle black. Imagine saying that you are going to prove everybody wrong and make everybody look like idiots when there's clear visual and audio proof of you blatantly abusing an animal. In what possible way are you guys going to be vindicated from that situation? I don't know. But I do want to say that we need to actually get their names out there. We need to stop referring to them as Wits End quarter horses, and here's why. Because they're going to rebrand even if they go to jail and they sit in jail for a couple years for animal cruelty. Most likely they're just going to be fined and have their animals removed. Eventually they're going to try and rebrand. So we need to get their names out there. Their names are Austin Simpson and Kaylee Parker Simpson. Ugh, God, the fact that they're holding little baby shoes and they have a kid most likely annoys me to my very core. These are the last people who should be reproducing. So just remember that, you guys. Their names are Kaylee Parker Simpson and Austin Simpson. These people will rebrand and nobody should ever support them. Everybody should stay on their tail until they're arrested, until they're put behind bars. Also, these people are very unapologetic and don't see that they've done anything wrong. They have no remorse. Anyway, you guys, that's basically the story of the disgusting animal abusers at Wits End Quarter Horses, which will probably rebrand in a few months. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. It always generates an interesting dialogue. Thank you so much again for watching. Definitely check out Animal Nutrition Calculator. Just a reminder, those base calculators are free. And as always, if you want to watch any of my additional horse videos, you can check them out on Patreon or members. But I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.